I want to make some brief remarks concerning the lecture series. The school has actually instituted a series to encourage and foster debate between the university and the entire society. And that is in furthering our commitment to contributing to society and ensuring that there is a synergy between the university and industry. So it is my honor and privilege once again to welcome in a special way Your Excellency to our school and university. And we hope that together we will have a robust discourse. The topic His Excellency will be talking on is a very relevant one to our present national circumstances. It has to do with the security situation in the country. And I want to believe that together we are going to have an enjoyable time. At this point, I would like to recognize the presence of all those who are the delegation of His Excellency to our university. I also want to acknowledge the presence of the SMC Alumni Association. The president is here, Mr. Ayura Gabi. Welcome. Let me also welcome our students who are also here with us. I believe that at the end of the lecture, you're also going to participate very actively.
Excellency, I want to use the opportunity to recognize more specifically our faculty here present who are the mainstay of our institution. May I ask all the faculty here present to please rise up so that we will recognize and appreciate. This institution actually began from the premises where we are here now present. In 1991, a group of persons who were in business, led and driven principally by persons that I will mention now, among whom some have gone by the wayside, others have gone on to national assignments. The framework for doing this was not easy for them. These were businessmen. They were not into professional training. And so they sought the assistance of a certain Spanish gentleman who was at that time, strangely enough, professor of electronics engineering at the University of Ibadan. That was my colleague, Professor Abadalos, in order to assist them to bring this dream to fruition. And he also got assistance from another one who is currently our Vice Chancellor. At that time, Dr. Juan Mejido, who was at the Institute of Management Studies in Menudo. And all of these gave rise and birth to the Lagos Business School. At that time in Nigeria, there were no private institutions. So it became necessary to seek affiliation with a private institution abroad, the university abroad. And so they sought and received an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, and later on complete agreement with the Yese Business School. They received a formal accreditation as a Pan-African University only in 2002. Even after that time, it was the only unit of the Pan-African University. And it operated under the foundation, the African Development Foundation. At that time, it was chaired by, again, Mr. Pascal Hussein, who is often self-effacing, but the governance structure was set out very clearly in such a way that the ADF, the African Development Foundation, who are the real owners, would be separate from the management structure. That management was led by one who was the director and eventually became the Vice Chancellor, Professor Albert Alos. At the moment, the Pan-African University, to cut a long story short, has two schools. The Lagos Business School, where it all began, the School of Media and Communication, which is our school, which came into being only in 2007. We started as a center from 2006, and we received accreditation to run university degree programs in 2008. So this is our 4th year of operation as an institution. There's also a 3rd unit, the Enterprise Development Services Center. So we are a very young institution in spite of the wonderful strides that have been made. We have also started the construction of our main campus, some 35 kilometers from where we are, towards Quebec. And in 2014, we will all move there and we'll begin undergraduate studies as well. Since up until this moment, we have remained only a postgraduate institution. The ADF is no longer the actual owner. The ownership has been transferred to a new entity called the Pan-African University Foundation. We started this program in order to engage with the public sector. Because up until now, the frequent engagement of the Pan-African University community has been with the private sector. For a long while, the university refused to engage with the public sector because of certain associations that you and I know have been created around the public sector, particularly the ethical areas. We at the School of Media and Communication believe very firmly that this is our country, and we have to engage it in all its aspects, in all its shortcomings and in all its strengths. And so we decided that we will not shy from engagement with the public sector. And there is no better way to engage with the public sector than at the very top, in order for us to initiate a discourse for very critical issues going on in our country. And so we created this platform in order to be able to invite all those who really create policies, execute programs, and attempt to make a change in the lives of our people. This is the origin of the Distinguished Lecture Series. We are highly honored that you are here with us. We have heard some of the good things that you've been doing since you took office in the River State. I think history attests to the effort that you made in order to ensure that justice was done and that what was due to you, you got. And we've heard all of these wonderful reports about your efforts to develop the community, to deal with the security issue, which is foundational to any kind of progress that can be made. And so we are really happy that you've chosen a timely topic, which I think is an abiding one, extremely current in our circumstances. Ahead of your efforts in education, the promotion of education, ways that you try to educate your population, even at extremely high cost, sending so many thousands abroad for education. We believe that here at Pan-African University, we also measure ourselves with the rest of the world in terms of our brand and the quality of education that we offer. So we begin to urge you to consider also that we are a proper location for the excellence which you see abroad. When Governor Emmanuel Guadan came here, we proposed a number of things for him to consider as well. I've just proposed. There are other things that we can do to assist the government. We are in the business of media, we are in the business of communication. We can assist you in all of these areas. Our hope is that you will consider our offer of help. Everybody needs help, and we insist to offer help. Your Excellency, let me not take any more of your time, but I want to, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, the SMC community, and the Pan-African University community in general, sincerely welcome you to our classroom, to our university, and to our community.